Well, I'm all sweaty. I'm back at my car. I wanted to give my thoughts before I drove away from here on what I witnessed today at the Broadview Detention Center. So I got there and went to the actual detention center where police or ICE or whoever have it fenced off, and then they also had concrete horses or whatnot to corral us onto either side of the road. And they said that was the only place that protesters could be. And so I was there for a while. We could see on top of the boarded up ICE building. Now this is my first time here. This time, I was here the last time Trump was elected, and it was nothing like what I witnessed today. So we saw a lot of, I don't know if they're real cops or the wannabe cops that were on top of the boarded up Broadview Detention Center. We saw Kristi Noem go up there and make a little speech, and they were filming us. Lots of helicopters flying over us and lots of drones. Oh, my sign just fell out of my car. So then somebody had come over. There was another protest a block down. And they said that they were gathering there because ICE wanted us all in that one spot, and so they went to a different spot. And so I walked over there. That was a way bigger crowd over there. There were people on both sides of the street, and they were peaceful. Was there vulgar language used? Yes. Were they standing right in front of a real cop or a fake cop and saying offensive things to them? Sure. There's nothing illegal with doing that. They lined both sides of the street. We could see them that their hands were on their guns, and they had batons, but everything was fine. There was one dork there, Trumper, who wanted to just argue with people. He just came off as really stupid and doing the typical wanting to chant USA, USA, like they think they're the only ones that love their country. The people that are here at this detention center, both the people who are inside the detention center and the people who are outside of the detention center, love this country. Those people come to this country for a better life because this is supposed to be a good country, right? We are supposed to be the melting pot. Give us your poor, your tired, your huddled masses yearning to be free. We were founded on people wanting freedom. No person, especially on stolen land, is illegal. So everybody here loves USA. So chanting USA really doesn't mean anything. So people were lined up saying the usual chants, all of that. And then you could see down the road, the Gestapo all together, all the wannabe ICE cops. And they were in their little formation. And then they started walking down the road. And then when they got to the protesters, all of a sudden I see some older lady with gray hair. Well, I was shoved because the whole crowd was moving. And so I was shoved, and they shoved this poor lady to the ground. And several cops or wannabes were all over this poor lady. And eventually what kept happening is the ICE GI Joes just kept shoving us farther and farther down the road. I was shoved from behind several times. The one guy, and you'll see on the live videos that I have here, and I'll be uploading them to my Justice with Jack's YouTube later, since Facebook only allows you to have a video up now for 30 days. But he shoved me, and then I'm like, I'm walking, there's no need for that. And then he said something like, I'm this close to being arrested. Whatever. Such a total douchebag. They shoved me into an evergreen tree. And actually now I do have a back condition, and now I'm in quite a lot of pain from the multiple times I was shoved. They kept shoving us farther and farther away, and then making us go across the street. And then periodically they would just grab a person and throw them to the ground and arrest them. I would say I saw maybe 5 or 6 people that were detained. I stood there for a while. I was live videoing. Then all the cops started putting on gas masks. I put my gas mask on, but nothing ever, at least while I was there, I was not gassed. Then I walked down a little ways where there was a caravan of cars with their big scary truck, where, you know, they in their camo, standing on the sides of the truck, and somebody holding a gun coming out of the top of it like a tank. And as I was now just walking to my car, I had an umbrella. I wasn't sure which umbrella to use for today, so I just used my rainbow one that says love is love is love. And so while I was walking, a truck, an Ideal lease truck, a guy shouted out of there. I'm trying to remember what he said. I don't know. I think he said, "Fuck you, queer." I think that's what he said to me. "Fuck you, queer." Lovely. So that was my experience from today. I took pictures, I took other videos that I will post when I can. I will just end with, again, what I said before. No human is illegal. These people are being kidnapped off the street with no due process. They come here for a better life, and we're supposed to be this great country that we should be welcoming these people. It's really disgusting what is happening in Trump's America. Well, off to work I go.